The Mystara project is proud to present part 29 of the Creatures of Mystara series. In this video, we take a look at the part bulldog, part giant frog creatures, known as Batracines. Batracines were introduced in the 1996 second edition AD&D product, the Savage Coast Monstrous Compendium Appendix, on page 14. Batracines have a poor armor class of 8. They average 11 hit points, and are smaller than man-sized, growing to about 2 feet high, and weighing about 500 coin. They can swim at the same speed as an unencumbered human can walk, and can hop at half that speed. They attack with their sharp bite, either directly, or after using their long tongues to catch, and reel in, small prey to bite. Their attacks do the equivalent damage of a dagger. They are encountered in small groups of 1 to 4 in the wild. As animals, they save at half their hit dice, have no treasure, 2 intelligence and neutral alignment. They have an uncertain or frightened morale of 4, with a 73% chance of breaking. They usually avoid fights with creatures not small enough to be considered prey. But a pack may try to take on a larger opponent if it is slow. They generally flee if faced with larger or determined combatants. They use their leap ability to reach water if they are threatened on land. They prefer being in or near rivers. Batracines possess a loud deep bark that is effective in scaring off many predators. Upon reaching maturity, they are able to leap from a stationary start. They can leap 22 feet vertically, or forwards with a 4-foot arc. They use their vertical leap in combination with their long tongue to catch small birds, which are their favorite food. One of the birds they eat is the Sarragon lyra, which is ironic as this bird could remove the cardinal tick infestations that plague Batracine. They are also able to leap 10 feet backwards with a 2-foot arc, a maneuver they employ to retreat from the bank to the safer waters of the river. It is notable that they never eat fish or amphibians. Their preferred hunting times are dawn and dusk. Most Batracine are brown or grey, but some can be black or silver. Batracines are only known to naturally inhabit the Dream River of the central Savage Coast. They are immune to the effects of the sleep-inducing amber lotus plant pollen. This has made them a target for alchemists, who seek their blood to attempt to counter the effects of the pollen. It is noted that the lupins and goblins of the region use other methods to avoid the pollen effects, so they probably don't use the potions. The lupins probably prohibit using Batracine blood for alchemy, as they are quite fond of these creatures. So, perhaps Eustrian alchemists are responsible for hunting Batracines. Batracines are also immune from being afflicted by the red curse, and do not require cinebril. They are found throughout Rana D, as the lupins breed them for size, shape and color, and keep them as pets. Pups are worth 5 GP, and can be trained to be loyal pets worth 20 GP. Wild Batracine rarely stray too far from the Dream River. But, if food becomes scarce, they form packs and roam a bit further afield. They lair in small dens dug out of the riverbank, or burrows between the roots of large trees on the riverbank. They are usually solitary, unless mating or pack hunting. Litters usually contain 2 to 4 pups. Wild Batracines are likely to leap for the safety of the Dream River if their bark fails to scare off an approaching adventuring party. A very hungry pack might try to attack adventurers, especially if some had fallen victim to the sleeping pollen, but they would likely flee after their first morale check. So encounters with wild Batracine are more for providing the players with interesting, rather than dangerous wildlife. Low-level characters may decide to try to capture pups to sell to the Ranadois lupins, or perhaps to keep as pets for themselves. Campaigns set in, or visiting Rana D, are likely to involve lupins with Batracine pets. Fairs are likely to have breeds judged in contests. The Dunwich Turtles probably leave the Batracine near the mouth of the Dream River alone. On the other hand, the goblins of the Plain of Dreams may hunt them for food. Perhaps lupins could provide the PCs with herbal masks to withstand the effects of the pollen in order to perform a mission for them, to rescue some Batracines from goblin hunters, or Eustrian alchemists, in the northeastern section of the Dream River. Alternately, the PCs might be hired by a Savage Coast alchemist to retrieve Batracine blood, but are confronted by lupins who try to dissuade them from proceeding. The PCs must choose who to side with. The alchemist is well connected, and makes life hard for the PCs if they fail to get the blood. This concludes part 29 of the Creatures of Mystara series, featuring the Dream River's unique, large bulldog-headed frog, known as the Batracine.